After this, we come to the 16th Amendment Act of 1963. So, it empowered the state to impose a further restriction on the rights of freedom of speech and expression to assemble peacefully and to also form associations in the interest of sovereignty and integrity. So, we already have a freedom of speech and expression under which there are certain rights for freedom of association, freedom of assembly, freedom of profession, freedom of movement, and freedom of what? So there are 6 freedom rights, right? Assembly, association, movement, trade and profession, and one more thing that you need to mention in the comment box. Okay, which is mentioned under Article 19. So there you already had certain restrictions and there were 3 more restrictions introduced. But here they are saying that there are more restrictions now in the form of sovereignty and integrity of India. Okay, and it also included the sovereignty and integrity in the form of oaths and affirmations to be subscribed by the contestants to the legislature. Mind the word contestants. That means you have basically contested. You are standing for the elections of legislature. So in that also, you have to take an oath or you have to take an affirmation. So in those oaths and affirmations, these words of sovereignty and integrity were introduced. Okay. And this was also introduced in the case you're taking an oath and affirmation for being a member of legislature, for being a minister, for becoming a judge, or becoming a CAG of India. CAG means Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Okay. Then we come to the 17th Amendment Act of 1964. Okay. It prohibited the acquisition of land under personal cultivation unless the market value of land is paid as the compensation due. Okay. So this is not that important, and so we will move on to the 18th Amendment Act of 1964. It made clear that the power of Parliament to form a new state, it is not from, it is to form a new state, also includes the power to form a new state or union territory by uniting a part of a state or union territory to another state and union territory. Extremely important. Because you already know that Article 1, 2, 3, 4, Parliament has a lot of powers to change, to name, to alter the boundaries. And now it is saying, suppose there is an existing state and there is a state here, but you feel that this part is basically more suitable to fit in this state, and Parliament can actually basically form a new state like this. Okay. So it extended the power of the Parliament. Then we come to the 19th Amendment Act of 1966. It abolished the system of election tribunals and vested the power to hear the election petitions to the High Court. Extremely important. So whenever there is a, suppose there was election held either to the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha or to state legislatures. Okay. Then what happens? You feel that those elections, there was a problem in election and you feel that there has been a misruling or whatever. Then what you do is, if you have any problem, you need to file a petition. And that petition you need to file earlier, that petition you had to file was with the election tribunals. Okay. But now that petition you need to file is with the High Court. Okay. So you can go to High Court to file the petition related to the elections. So before we go further, you should know what are tribunals. So tribunals are quasi-judicial bodies, okay, working with the principles of natural justice to ensure or to lessen the burden of courts, okay, and provide you timely justice. Then there are these tribunals mentioned, Article 323A and 323B, okay. So let's move on to the 20th Amendment Act of 1966. It validated certain appointments of district judges in the UP which were declared void by the Supreme Court. So this is the so if you know that after 1966, especially after the Jawaharlal Nehru's death, and then there was a war of Indo-Pakistan in 1965, and then after that there was a Tashkent agreement which was signed by Lal Bahadur Shastri also. And after his death, Lal Bahadur Shastri's death, you will find that there was a political turmoil, or there was a political instability. And after this, you will find that there have been a constant struggle between the Supreme Court and the Parliament. Like both are trying to get more power, or both are trying to basically restrict each other's power. And that is why you will find that lot of amendments after this 24th Amendment, 25th Amendment, Parliament is passing something, Then people are challenging it in the court. Court is actually quashing the thing, saying that this is unconstitutional. But then Parliament is again redefining or basically rechanging some parts of that law and again repassing it. So you will find this tussle going on for a longer period of time until especially 1973 when the landmark judgment of case for Nandan Bharti was passed. That case was passed. Okay.